In a maintenance garage located on Fort Snelling, the mechanics here don't exactly work on the typical vehicles you would think need fixing at the local neighborhood mechanics garage. This mechanics garage is used by the volunteers of the Fort Snelling Military Museum. The volunteers refurbish and maintain military vehicles of a bygone era. One of their ongoing projects that started about 4 years ago with a volunteer crew of 20 is the restoration of a World War II M5A1 Stuart light tank.
We had a request in for either an M5A1 Stuart or an M3 Stuart, and we ended up getting this one. Originally, this tank was assigned to the United States Army. It did go to Italy during World War II, and then from there we basically kind of lost track of the history of it, but it ended up with the Haitian Army National Guard, and then from there they used it as a training vehicle. It ended up being retired in front of a Haitian Army National Guard barracks, and then from there the tank came back to the United States and ended up at the Anniston Depot, and it became property of the U.S. Army Center of Military History.
The condition of the Stuart tank was nothing like its pristine state when it was built in 1943. A major overhaul would have to be done. Patrick Brown and his crew would have to perform more of a reanimation of this World War II relic from its rusty tomb than simply adding a decal or putting on a new coat of olive drab paints.
If you can imagine an old Packard back in the back farmyard that's been sitting there for 40 years, that's what this thing looked like. It was full of rust, it was really grungy on the inside, full of dirt, oiled, old paint. It was pretty bad.
The interior of the tank, including all the original electrical work, would be gutted. Before this happened, the approximately 6,000-pound turret housing the 37mm main gun would be removed from the tank's body to make the inside restoration easier. Brown and his crew's objective with this World War II artifact is to make it a working and fully operational tank. Something that was changed from the initial design was the original steel combat treads were placed on both tracks with a rubberized tread. This enables the tank to drive on regular pavement without any street damage, giving the volunteers' work a greater visible presence in public, and as Brown puts it, it makes the tank a rolling educational exhibit.
This is a communications tool. It's just not a tank. It's symbolic of a particular time period in history. And one of the things that we haven't really done in the past is that we haven't really dealt with the sound aspect of it, and we would like to couple World War II music with the vehicle so people have a sense of not only the vehicle itself, but the time period and the music that was associated with that particular time period.
Aside from this being a hobby for Brown and all the Fort Snelling Military Museum volunteers, the hard work is done with the dedication to the remembrance of veterans of all wars. Reporting from Fort Snelling, I'm Staff Sergeant Chris Farley.